Hello again. I hope you are having as much fun with Nonfiction November as I am. Today's book talk is an autobiographical memoir by Emily Collis called Just Checking: Scenes from the Life of an Obsessive Compulsive. And even though the title says Scenes from the Life of an Obsessive Compulsive there with the word scenes, this book received a great deal of criticism in the reviews from people because of the fact that they were expecting one narrative arc, as you get in a great many books that are memoirs or historical fiction, more of a story that threaded through it. Instead, the author delivered vignettes, little scenes from her life, in an attempt to help people to better understand the life of a true obsessive compulsive. I'm really glad that this book came out and that it came out when it did in 1999. Because back in the 90s, the term obsessive compulsive disorder was greatly misunderstood and misused by the media. So much that if you lived back then you might remember that a lot of people would jokingly claim to have obsessive compulsive disorder. It would be an everyday conversation of, oh, I must be OCD because of the way that I have to keep my desk in order, or something like that. And people didn't really understand the psychological aspects of the true obsessive compulsive disorder. So reading a book like this really sheds light on that. If nothing else, helps you to appreciate the plight of people who go through this. I highly recommend the book. I believe in my mind that when I initially read it, I was so impressed with it that I probably would have given it 4 or 5 stars. But having gone back and revisited the book over the years, I think it's more likely a 3.5 star book, which I'd be willing to round up, of course, to 4 stars because it's so entertaining. Emily Collis not only delivers these little vignettes, but she does so in a humorous manner. I laughed a whole lot as I read the book. Imagine that you were at home and you were trying to clean your clothes. You have to wash your clothes and dry your clothes. She manages to take the pain of her situation and show the funny aspects of what she has to deal with. She joked about how she couldn't start the washer or the dryer until she had seriously checked over and over again that her pet cat had not somehow crawled in there, because she didn't, of course, want to kill her cat, drowning it in the washing machine or killing it in the dryer as it cycled around and around and that sort of thing. So perhaps some of it is dark humor, as often happens in these sort of psychological stories where people deal with agony and pain. But believe me, if you read this book, you will probably, like me, end up laughing out loud, and I mean literally laughing out loud at a lot of the scenes as she goes through how she has to deal with her own compulsions in life. I think over time people have become more respectful of obsessive compulsiveness and these sort of issues. But like I was saying, back in the 90s, it was a shocking concept. And it's taken people a while to figure out how people adjust with their everyday lives. Emily Collis is one of those people who has helped us to understand, because she was willing to show us the torture of her everyday life, the stress of even the small decisions and how she handles something, and ultimately how she not only survives and copes, but how she has found great humor in her life and what she's doing. The book has also received a great number of positive reviews. It's not just the negativity talking about the vignettes. And I believe that the book works even as a series of what are basically short stories or scenes that are put together. I hope that you will check out the book and that you have enjoyed the book talk today. Nonfiction November continues tomorrow, of course. Peace.